9.6 example 4. So now we're going to look at an exponential function combined with another function. So it could be linear and exponential, or it could be quadratic and exponential. So we're going to approximate solutions of nonlinear systems. So with these, again, we're approximating. We can do a graph, and the way that this example does it is it says to sketch a graph and then to kind of use trial and error to figure out how to get to the answer. Personally, I think that this takes up way too much time, and I think it's just better to use our graphing calculator to figure this out. So let's do example 4 together, and then we'll do another one like it. So I already wrote some notes down here, just to quick remind you. If you wanted to graph this exponential function on graph paper, remember this is the general form of an exponential function, y equals a times b to the power of x minus h plus k. Remember, to graph an exponential function, again, we make a table, but we're putting the h value in the middle of our table. Go 2 numbers down and 2 numbers up, get the values from your calculator, and then it's going to be that curved hockey stick shape graph. Just be careful with the h because it's after the minus sign. So remember, the minus is part of the formula, h comes after it. But like I said, we're not going to graph these by hand because it's too much effort to do it. We're just going to use our calculators. So let's use our calculators. We're going to do example 4. I'm going to go into y equals. Let's put both of these equations in. 1/2 x squared plus 3. Let's put in the second equation, 3 to the power of x. Let's hit graph. There's our parabola. And there's our exponential function. And we can see here that they're going to intersect at this one point right here. So this system is going to have one solution. Let's do the steps in our calculator. Remember, we're going to do second, calc, intersect, number 5. First curve, hit enter. Second curve, hit enter. Guess, you can just hit enter. And we're rounding to the nearest thousandths, which is what it said in the directions. So let's write down our answer here. Our one solution is 1.194 for the x and 3.713 for the y. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Just use your graphing calculator and get it to give you the answer just like that. Let's do another one like this. We're going to do monitoring progress number 11. I'm getting this from the next page in the textbook. So we're going to do monitoring progress number 11. Same exact thing. We're going to approximate this solution and round to the thousandths place. I'm not going to graph it by hand. I'm just going to graph it in my calculator. So I already wrote this system down here. Let's go ahead and type this into our calculator. And let's see what we're working with here. We're going to go to y equals. Let's clear both of those out, put in our new system, 4x squared minus 1, and then negative 2 times 3 to the power of x plus 4. Just be careful here. If you have a newer calculator, make sure the plus 4 is not in the exponent with the x. Remember, you have to hit the right arrow to get out of the exponent. Okay, let's hit graph. There's our parabola, and there's our exponential function. And look at what's happening here. They're intersecting 2 times. There's 1 point over here to the left and 1 point over here to the right. This system has 2 solutions, so now we need to find both of these points here. Okay, so make sure you're finding both of these answers. All right, we're gonna do the same steps here. We're gonna get ready to write down our 2 solutions. We're gonna do second, calc, intersect. And this one is starting with the right one. It doesn't matter, but wherever the cursor is closer to, that's the one it's going to give you first. So let's hit enter, enter, enter. And there's our first point. Again, we're going to round to the thousandths place. So our x is 0.565 and our y is 0.278. That's our first solution. Let's find our second solution. We're going to find the point over here. Do the same exact thing again. Second, calc, intersect. Now I gotta move the cursor over to the left so it's closer to this point. Otherwise it'll just give you the same answer again. So make sure you move the cursor. Now let's hit first curve, enter, second curve, enter, guess enter. And there's our point right there. Let's write this down. Rounding to the thousandths place, -1.045. Round that up because after the 4 is a 6. And then our y is 3.365. And there we have it. Those are our two solutions for this.